What's going on, traders? I am back, and I hope everybody had a great Tuesday, May 2nd. Markets sold off quite a bit in the morning session with a slight reversal in the afternoon, but markets still closed in the red, negative 1.12%. Final print 410.84. And before we get into any more information, have to mention, of course, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And if you're enjoying the content that we put out about the markets, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and smash that notification bell. That way you are updated every time we post new updates about the market. So, as we were saying, markets were down, came back up in the afternoon session. Of course, tomorrow, FOMC. It looks like most of the major banks, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Citi, BMO, Barclays, all projecting 2.5 basis point raise. So we'll have to see what the Fed does, if expectations or if these estimates are in line. Or if the Fed decides to pivot early. Of course, a lot of news with the banks, regional banks again, having issues. So a lot of things going on in that realm, and we have to see, if the Fed tries to pivot early, or if they try to do anything to try to alleviate some of that situation. Although I don't know how much of an effect changing the interest rates would have. Maybe increase some more lending if interest rates were lower, but yeah, it's a kind of a long shot on that, so we'll have to see. But bulls just barely holding on to this trend line, actually closing a little bit below it. So that'll be interesting, and I think that will really be the marker to see if we start to get back under, especially if we crack under again. And really pull through, that it's going to bring in some more selling. But it's really hard, of course, to make any predictions with FOMC coming up. So, it's going to be mostly hands off. Maybe I'll get 1-2 trades, little scalps off in the morning, and then mostly sit on my hands. I might even just take the morning off and then come in a little bit later in the day. We'll have to see. Sometimes, I do usually like to watch the markets a little bit before making any type of trade, so that way I do have some context of the day's price action. But, of course, it can be very tricky with big data like this. So I'm definitely going to be playing more defensively tomorrow, and mostly just observing. No reason for me to gamble and try to predict how the market's going to react, regardless of what the data is or what the release is going to be with the Fed. But as we often know, that first move is often fake in the market, so we'll have to see if they push it up, then, at first, and then maybe when Powell starts speaking, we look for that short, or if they come down, we do the opposite. So that's usually what I do when it comes to FOMC days. But either way, I keep the sizing really light. Anything can happen, and it's always better to just err on the side of caution. And you know what? Honestly, if you want to just take the day off and not do anything, not deal with the volatility, there's nothing wrong with that either. Come back Thursday after the market's kind of worked itself out, and then we can have a little bit of a better context of what's going on in the market and where we might head into the end of the week. So yeah, we've got this same old picture we've been watching for a while here. Let's just take a quick look at the fibs that we have been watching as well. Came down a little fake break of the 23.6 here. Didn't make it all the way down, but we'll have to watch. If we start to sweep these lows, I probably would be looking for this next extension down here again, the 38.2. So we'll have to see if the bears come in. If not, we might push up a little bit higher and try to get up into the upper range of this candle here. But as far as it looks right now, all things being equal, right now we're pretty much consolidating between the 32.6 and the zero line here, just back and forth. But nice range today in the markets to trade. The short was definitely a beautiful play. I did not get to participate in that. I just kind of watched it dump on me, unfortunately, 60 freaking points or something like that in futures. But I was able to tag the longs midday, and I had two nice trades on that, which was fun. But either way, that downside move was much juicier. But what can you do? I wasn't about to chase personally, and I didn't really see an entry that I could participate in. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. So yeah, let's see, what the Fed does tomorrow. Again, like I was saying, it's real tough to say what's going on, but certainly if we sweep these lows, it could be an indication we're going to be heading back lower. And if we still close above the 32.6, then just look for this continued chop in this range here, back and forth. So we'll have to see. Certainly anything less than if it's in line, it'll probably really come down to what Powell says during his speech. And if it is, 50 basis points, look for a major sell-off, in my opinion. That would be certainly shocking. And if they don't raise anything at all, it would probably be pretty safe to say the market is going to rip up higher. So, but either way, I kind of went over a little bit my plan, how I like to trade it, kind of wait for that initial reaction, then do the opposite into 2:30 when Powell actually starts to speak. So either way, defensive for me tomorrow is going to be the name of the game. And I don't really want to do any gambling, and it's hard to predict. So observation, if anything, is the safest bet if you don't want to take that risk. So, all right, team, I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow, and we will see you with a more in-depth recap tomorrow, after we kind of get past FOMC. But I wanted to do a little quick video for everybody. Since I've been MIA, take a little time off from the markets. But now I'm back. So let's have some fun, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.